Well, what is going on, everybody? This is Smitty here, and I am giving you guys my hands on impressions of Madden NFL 19. This is the first day at EA Play, and um, had the opportunity to go ahead and get some quality time in. So I know no one's came in as of yet. I just went ahead and went live with it. So, hey, what's going on, Michael? What's going on with you? So, um, I'm gonna get into it, but of course, this will be on my channel. So, and also, I will be doing one for NBA Live as well, because unfortunately, unfortunately, I was only able to play 3 games of Madden today. Because the lines were long and it took a lot of time between each game that yeah, it took a lot of time for people playing games and stuff. So it took a minute. I didn't get to play as much as I really wanted to. So, you know, oh, okay. But I did the trade off. I did get a lot of time on NBA Live, so I got a good number of I definitely got to get my impressions on that. That RPM tech, the RPM, that real player motion tech in both games changes the game. Okay, but this is going to be focused on Mac. But I definitely got some stuff to say about Live because I got to play that more extensively, and well, I had more opportunities to play that, and yeah, they making some progress with that. Now Madden. Okay, so I played 3 games. I watched other people play. Um, well, that's up to you, Richie. You got to actually play the game yourself to actually figure that out. That's a subjective question. I can't answer that. Like, you know what I'm saying? The game's good to me. That's a subjective question. So a game that feels good to one person can suck to somebody else. Like, so I can't answer that for you. I will tell you this, just like I always say, rent the game first. You know what I'm saying? Rent it first. If it's not for you, then don't play it. You know? Does it feel scripted? Like what? Like as far as what specifically? You know what I'm saying? Let me just explain my experience of it first, and then I may answer your question in the midst of it. I played 2 head-to-head games, and then I got to play one game versus a CPU. I didn't get to play an extensive amount of minutes, so I couldn't play, 5, 6 minute quarters and all that stuff and just do whatever it is I wanted to do out there. So I didn't get to do that. But from the first 2 games that I had played, I will say that the RPM tech definitely opens the game up. Yeah, it plays slow and it's good. I like it that way. The game plays slow because the players don't move because the players are actually weighted. Did the QB accuracy rating? There is no ratings on these builds, so there's no rating. So everybody had question marks. That's the thing about these builds, you guys. You got to understand this. Because it's not a finished build yet. There's no rating. It's just going to have a bunch of question marks across the board. So you're not going to have a rating to say, hey, this is how so and so is, and this is how they are. And on top of that, you only had two players that you could use. I mean, 2 teams. So it was basically 4 squads. There were like 2 different Madden Legend kind of teams, and you had the Patriots and the Eagles. That's it. So so as far as the player movement. I'm gonna go over it in phases here. So I know people are asking questions. I'm just going to explain the layers from what I experienced. So I may answer you, and once I do that, then if you have a question, just let me know because just asking it now is not going to help. Um, the RPM. I know people saying that. Sorry about that. My stream it had disconnected. Now, okay. So the real player movement, people saying that it's moving slow. All right, the player movement, the player movement, and it being slow. It's that what happened with the player movement is that players are more attached to the field, so they feel weighted down. They feel weighted down now. So your linebackers, your linebackers, your D linemen, your O linemen, your halfback, your quarterback, your wide receivers, your tight ends, they all have weight variables. So there is no just everyone's feels the same and they should just float across the field. Like I was using for example, I was using Ajayi. I'm pretty sure I'm saying his name wrong. Dude from the Eagles, halfback, Ajayi. I was using him, and he felt heavier on the field. But then when I used Darren Sproles on some plays, oh, he felt quicker. He didn't feel as weighted on the field. You see what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to be. That made sense. And I had, and I was talking to some other people too, and they're like, yeah, man, my experience, oh, they feel too heavy. It feels kind of sluggish. I was like, nah, that's the way it's supposed to feel. That's movement. That's how it's supposed to be. And so that's with the RPM tech. Now, as far as running the ball, player movement, tackle impact, every tackle, you still do have some canned animation tackles in there. You still do have them in, but at the same time, you also you have a lot of dynamic hits. And I mean, when I tell you the hits are authentic. I mean, they are genuine. And see, I will say this real quick. The Madden trailer did not serve justice to any of you guys because you guys couldn't see the game. You couldn't see how the game actually ran or played. But from my hands-on time with it, I can understand the interpretation. They emphasize the player movement, every step being took. They emphasize the trench battling going on and everything because it looks better. But from talking to Clint about it, I got to talk to him for a hot one, but it didn't, he said, like, as far as the trench battle, you still have a button, so it still is a button press. Unless they switch things up, but I doubt it. But they did. It still is going to be a button press. So you still got to hit X. You still got to hit square in terms of your O and D line engagement. But what I will say though is that the way they interact with each other, it does feel much better. It does play a lot, it does feel a lot better. It looks a lot better. I know people like to question pocket forming and things like that, and it legitimately does. So, like, at least from the experiences I've had, I mean, like I said, I've only played 3 games. I will definitely be playing more tomorrow. Let me see. Oh, secondary play. Zone play feels great. Pursuit angles to the ball. It's not perfect because of the build. Okay, it's not perfect because of the build. There were some hiccups that were like that. There were some hiccups occasionally here and there that I just saw it. Like, it's clear as day to see it. It's right there. But pursuit angles, they go for that ball. Defenders, if you throw the ball, and even if it's in the vicinity, when they see it, they're coming to that ball. They'll break off of their zone. Like, if you throw it toward, if you're throwing the ball towards that middle linebacker and you got that left or right outside linebacker and they're nearby, they're going after that ball, man. They're going to just break off and say, oh, like, but they got to be looking at it. They got to be looking at it. And if they're looking at it, they're just going to go right ahead and go toward that ball and try and make a play. Okay? So, like, the anticipation that they have, oh my goodness, it's crazy. Like, I see the defense secondary, like corners, safeties, linebackers. They're making plays that they were not making before. So this is good. Like, I'm really liking it at this point with what they did. Um, Now that's the zone defense. I will say this about the man defense. Man defense is really good. Man defense felt good. Now, does that mean that you're going to stop everything and you're going to make every single play? No. Okay? That does not mean that necessarily. So, now, what I will say is this. This is from what I heard from talking with other guys while I was there in the vicinity and at the venue. Okay? Now, what they were saying was that, well, what was being said was that from some guys that interviewed Clint or what have you, I think Expert Corner, if I'm not mistaken, I think he had interviewed, and Clint was saying that they feel that the man defense is overpowered right now and it is going to be dialed back. They're going to do some tuning to it. Me personally, I don't want it to get touched. It doesn't need to be touched. It only needs to be tuned up, not dialed back. Tune up. That's it. And I mean, now, does that mean it's the end all be all? No. You know what I'm saying? But I like the way the man defense played. You know what I'm saying? It felt really good. Everybody wasn't sticking like glue. I mean, players you still saw separation, but it's just that it's more challenging. It's more as it should. And I mean, I was playing now. People were playing on all different mode settings, when they were playing the game. I fortunately was able to play on the simulation setting for all 3 games. So, like I said, defenders, they didn't, like, what we know, Madden is notorious for player defenders, especially, secondary, all that. They always, excuse me, they always run to their zone first and then they engage. They fall back into their zone or whatever, and then they basically wait for the ball to come, let that receiver catch it, and then they engage. They weren't doing that here. It was like, if you throw that ball and they see it and they see where the receiver's at and where that ball is at, they're going for it. Wide receiver releases, I don't know. I got to play some more. I can't talk to y'all about, how they get off the line and all that stuff. I can't tell you. You know what I'm saying? So, said the running animations look wonky. How? They didn't show gameplay. And they're not wonky. I'm like, the animations look legit. Oh, never mind. I know Zan put out a video earlier. Shout out to him. I know he put out one. But, let me see, saw leak footage. The running animation is not wonky, dog. Sorry. I mean, unless that's just your personal preference, personal opinion, but the run animations are not wonky. Not at all. The run animations actually make more sense. At least from, like I said, from playing it at this point. The run animations definitely make a lot more sense. So I like what it is I like what they did. Player builds look too bulky. No, they're not too bulky either. You know what I'm saying? They're not too bulky. They're not they actually look a lot better right now. So did I play let me see what else can I say from what I played so far? The passing game didn't feel drastically different. Let me see. I mean, we only had 4 teams to use. It's not like I got to use a bunch of different plays and packages and all that. This was not something I could just sit down and lab out. Like I basically had the game at my house, and I could just do what I want. So it wasn't that kind of test. Did I try to hit the whole? No, I did. I just played 2 games. I just played a few games. I just played 3 games. So I didn't try a particular setting or anything like that. I mean, sliders are the same, Ron. So sliders are the same. As far as I know, they're the same. Um, Let me see. Does your line get stuck being held? What do you mean by them being held? Like, Phil, you have to elaborate. But wideout DB interactions, the catch animations and everything make a lot more sense now between wideout DB play. They have new animations for those circumstances. It didn't feel, even though the animations that are in the game are still like two-man esque situations. It um, it meshed well. It wasn't like a suction cup, you know what I mean? Like if you had, I mean, I threw a few deep balls on purpose, and I threw contested passes on purpose just to see how the defense will react. And I mean, if I had the edge, I would get it. If the defender had to lay out to try and make a play, they'll lay out and make a play or try to. Or sometimes I'll catch the ball and then he'll punch the ball out. True Boy said he was rocket catching. I mean, I don't give a care about what tournament guys do. That's tournament stuff. I don't care about that. So I don't play. I don't play there. I don't play the way they choose to play. Those guys play to cheat the game anyway. So I'm not worried about that. And plus, what setting was he playing on? Was he playing it on Sim or was he playing it on Comp? Or heck, was he playing it on Arcade? Because what setting was he playing on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he just walked up to a console and played. I'm not. That's why I say like I don't concern myself with that scene. So I'm not really worried about what they say. Does it have a FIFA feel? To an extent, it does, but it definitely has more of an NFL feel. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's more NFL-esque than anything. Halfbacks, find the right holes. I was playing against, look, I played 3 games, 2 of them against users, 1 against the CPU. If there was a hole, they ran through it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't play it enough to really be like, you know, I didn't play it enough to really be able to say, yo, okay, this is exactly what happened, and this is exactly what they did. So you know, that's what I'm talking about right now, like about the coverage. Like I mean, excuse me. He said as far as the running backs hitting the hole, excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just a bit tired right now. So I still haven't adjusted to the West Coast here. So I'm running off of Eastern Coast energy, and it's not meshing well right now. So I'm tired, but I'm good. Let me see. I'm just scrolling through some of the comments here. Game. Okay. Was the opposing QB moving around? Tom Brady made smart decisions, Lex. You know, because I was playing against Brady. Brady made some smart decisions, but did he always make the smartest decision? No. Sometimes, well, yeah. He either held on to the ball or sometimes he just held on to the ball too long and took the sack. But usually he would either throw the ball away or if he found a target, he'd get it out of there. Or he would scramble around and try and buy himself sometimes. So he did it some plays. Some plays he did, other plays he didn't. So it was, excuse me, more of a 50-50 in that regard. Do they play to their strengths? That I can't tell you to the fullest. I can't tell you to the fullest because how can I tell you? I couldn't tell you, Philly, what their strengths were with no ratings. There were no ratings, so couldn't do that. QB standing around. Yeah, he didn't. He, like I said, one game versus the CPU. He didn't. So one game on All Pro simulation, 3-minute quarters. not nearly enough for me to really tell you like, okay, I could give you this full analysis. So, but I can say from that first game though, he wasn't standing around all the time. He was moving around some. So, all right, let's see here. What does the star mean under the player? Like those are your star players. Those are your best players. Your best three players that you have or whatever. Um, Need some. Oh, there it is. Oh, Sim corrected it. Okay, cool. Okay, so I guess the interpretation is different this year. So those are your team captains. Okay. What needs the most work so far? I mean I don't know. Like because these like just understand this at these events, especially events like E3 and EA Play, there you're not playing a finished build. So to say like, well, what do they need to do? What needs to be fixed with what? I couldn't fully tell you. You know what I'm saying? Not at this point. Like, you know, it would have to take like I would have to extensively play it to really be able to tell you that. So that's why I can't really answer that question. Not that I'm not trying to answer it. I would love to answer it, but I need to be able to play a lot more. How's the blocking? The blocking was good. I did not run like some 50, 60-yard touchdown or anything like that. I didn't have one of those kind of runs. But screenplays, they did a good job of blocking on the screens. They did on the run plays I did have, like when I did get some yards, excuse me, the blocking was legit, the tackling was legit. Yeah, the problem since he publicized it. Yeah, that's cool, Brian. I mean, like whatever it is that they point out to the devs. I mean, hey, he point out to the devs. That's good. But like I said, I don't concern myself with comp like that. So that's just me. All right. Any touchdown shows? Uh, excuse me. No, I didn't do any of the. No, I did a celebration. It's like when you get in the end zone and you get to celebrate. It's like it had like a little bar underneath that would gradually just run all the way out, and then you flick the analog stick up, down, left, to right to do a celebration. Let me see. Solid gameplay and it looks better. Can we do to make sure last year's incident? I mean, main thing you could do is just let Clint know. Let him know. Get on Twitter. Let him know about it. You know what I'm saying? Just let him know. Let me see. Oh, okay. So it has you intrigued. Okay. That's cool. And I mean, hey, if you like Madden, hate Madden, love EA, hate EA, want 2K to make the game, all that good stuff, blah, 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 blah. Look, it's not, Madden, EA's making it, okay? So, is what it is. What teams? They only had two teams you could really play with. Like, as far as NFL teams, you could only play with the Patriots or the Eagles. So I used the Eagles, and there were no ratings. So, excuse me, man, I'm tired. But yeah, there were no additional, there were no ratings. It just had a bunch of question marks across the board. So there was nothing you could really see. So that's all you had. Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna get some sleep though. Don't you worry about that. Let me see. What are my thoughts on the franchise changes? Now, mind you guys, I haven't looked at any. If there were some new blogs or anything like that was put out, I didn't see any of it. So I have no clue about any of that stuff at all. So, you know, um, let me see. Yeah, I know. Yeah, welcome to the West Coast. Yeah, I know, man. Just a bit exhausted, but it's all good, man. It's all good. But yeah, let me see what else really stood out as far as gameplay. Like I said, the player movement, the tackling had a lot more momentum to it. It definitely had more force behind it, and it looked a lot more authentic and genuine. Like the hard hits, excuse me, the hard hits looked a lot more genuine. Um, the game tackles look more genuine. I mean, yes, once again, you still have two man, animation. You have some two man animations, but when you see other defenders get involved on the tackle, I mean, it looks great. It looks really good. So, got to give it to him on that. Yeah, looking right there, man, look better than Madden 04 Apex. Real talk, look better than Madden 04. I'm sorry, bruh. Okay, did I take a look at? Nope, I didn't do any of that specialty stuff. I did none of that. I did none of that, man. So, all right, man. Okay, there we go. I'm back. All right. The stream had froze on me. Now I know some people ask me, did I play NBA Live? Yes, I played NBA Live. I got to play NBA Live a heck of a lot more extensively than I did Madden today. So, and it's just because of opportunity. And I mean, it was the lines. The line was a bit busy. So instead of me just sitting there and waiting, it was a lot quicker for me to get in Live's line and get in and out. So I played a lot of Live. And like I said, this is about Madden here, but I'm going to talk about Live too. I may do that in the morning or something like that because I'm tired. I'm too tired to do the live video tonight. But NBA Live 19 is official, and that's all for this stuff they did here. And there's a lot of stuff they still got to put in that thing. So that thing is official. If the game dropped right now, well, I mean, considering that the game didn't have any ratings show up or whatever, I mean, if the game dropped right now, would I be happy with Madden 19? Yes. I'd be very happy with Madden 19 right now. Heck yeah. How much do I plan on playing tomorrow? As much as I can. As much as I can. So, I mean, I got to wait in line. You know what I'm saying? So, I can't just roll up and be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get out there and play. Does user defense? Yeah, user defense matters in live. Apex, yeah, you've been in the dark when it comes to live for a number of years. User defense has mattered in live since. All right, sorry about that, y'all. This thing keep on tripping doing it on the phone. But no, user defense has mattered since live 14, bro. Like, but you're not on next. You don't have a next gen console at all, so you wouldn't know. So that's the whole thing. And it's not to knock against you. It's not to knock against you. But, it is what it is. But I'm going to get back onto Madden right now. Just focusing on Madden. Yeah, there still are. Canned animations in there. Let me see. Has a collision. The player physics, yes. Players learn to fuse together when getting up from tackles. I don't know exactly. I don't know what you mean by that. Let me see. Notice different running styles. No, not like that. No, I couldn't I couldn't go into instant replay. See, this is the thing. I couldn't go into instant replay. Like, I didn't have the chance. I couldn't go into instant replay and play the way I wanted to because I didn't get the lab, bro. So I can't even answer that question. Let me see. Like, and that's the whole thing about that. I couldn't I couldn't lab things out just to truly notice all these particular details because there were people in line waiting. So while I did get to play one game by myself, it was a short game. So it's not like I got to sit there and go into instant replay and take a look and dissect things and just do whatever it is I wanted to do. I didn't get to do that. So unfortunately, I couldn't do that today. Um, Let me see. They fall. I didn't see that. As far as them falling, falling to the ground after contact, I didn't see that, so I don't know. Okay, so let's see here. Um, and yeah, oh Marquise, yep. I played once against CPU, two against user. So Lions interacted in tackle animations. The tackle animations do appear much better. Batman. So, and yes, that's the other huge part too. Madden 19 is on PC, and that's so funny to see Andrew Wilson come up there and be like, "Oh, for the first time in a decade," for him to be just go up there and say that for the first time in a decade. This is why, we're bringing back Madden. It's coming back to PC, and it's like, oh man, when they said that, time to invest in that graphics card. You know what I'm saying? Because Madden 18, Madden 19 will be ran on PC. You ain't even got to worry about that. How they push the power difference between. Well, I couldn't tell you that because I didn't. Ooh. I couldn't tell you that. Excuse me, because I didn't have a push the piles kind of situation. Like it was just I was just running the ball just to see. I was running the ball. I was running plays just to get a feel for the game. That's all that I was doing. So, you know, so that's what I was looking. That's what I was looking to see. So, I'm gonna get a lot more time in tomorrow. That's why I plan on doing every day. Every day after EA Play, I plan on doing one for every day, giving you guys my experiences, answering questions, things like that, all those different things. So that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, Apex, yeah, like I said, Apex. I mean, I know you look. I will say this. I will at least to say this to you, Apex, especially for all the stuff you say about 2K. Since you put up with all that nonsense that happens in 2K, you should have no problem playing Madden. Real talk, especially with it being on PC now. There's virtually no excuse for you not to play Madden because you will buy 2K and deal with all that mischief and nonsense all year round. And then you be like, oh, this is the only title I could get behind. No. Well, you can play Madden. So that's all I'm saying. Like, now, I don't know if they'll have some demo, trial, whatever, but you definitely can. You definitely can. So I'm just saying, see what's up. Maybe give it a shot. It's up to you at the end of the day, but I'm just saying, for all those problems you be having with 2K, nothing wrong with playing Madden. So, let's see here. All right. So, and like I said, guys, so what I'm gonna do is, what I'll do is tomorrow, man, I want to say tomorrow morning, for me at least, but then I got to go to EA Play. So I can't necessarily say I'm gonna do it in the morning, but maybe I'll skip out if I could dip out or whatever. Because there's multiple people that want me to do videos with them and stuff like that while I'm out here. So I'm definitely I'm gonna do as much as I can with other people and along with doing my own thing here. But what I'm going to do, guys, is am I going to interview Clint? Uh, I mean, I asked Clint. I basically just asked Clint for like a general overview of the game because I want to play it. You know what I'm saying? I want to play it. This is my feeling on it. This is my feeling about me interviewing Clint. I don't need to interview Clint because there's other people that already are interviewing Clint. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a community thing. And the way I feel about it is because as a community, there are other people that can do the interviews, like Madden Bomber League and Experts Corner and such that did those interviews. But I'm more than willing to ask uh, key questions, as far as gameplay is concerned, because we talked about many different concerns over the years. Let's see, I spent 15, all the new releases. Oh, okay. So, yep, that's what's up. Yeah, see, that's a good investment, Lex. I mean, heck, you're good with your computer for a good number of years. So, but that's my whole thing as far as that. Now, I mean, I can ask him a few questions. Like I'll ask and I'll check with him on a few key things as far as the game is concerned. But the main thing that I want to showcase to you guys, or I want to relay to you guys, is getting hands-on time. He can answer questions, but then at the same time, he can answer questions, but it's a whole different deal when I'm actually, able to play the game. You know what I mean? And actually see what's going on with it. So, I mean, I will definitely say, oh, okay. I will definitely say that the player movement is for real. The real player movement technology is something critical. It definitely is critical. It's huge in terms of the advancement of the game. I'm so glad that they're on that now, and I want to see that continuously evolve going forward. So, I want to keep seeing this game increase and go up. Uh, FIFA 19. Yeah, I didn't even play FIFA. Like I said, I won't even play FIFA really because the games that I'm really concerned about are just Madden Live. That's it. So, uh, let me see. Yeah, Rex definitely went out with a bang, man. He went out with a bang. That's for real. Cause man, the main thing that he wants out of this game, as far as gameplay is concerned, is to be poetry in motion. And from playing the game so far, it's definitely on that route. It's definitely on that route. So no, that's not gonna happen. Luck. So I don't know why to ask that. Okay. Do a show Thursday. No, Saban, we're not doing a show Thursday. I won't be available to do it. So, but but yeah, I want to just see this game continuously develop and go forward and forward. That's the key thing. Like when I talk about live, I'm gonna talk about how they basically set themselves up for forward progression, like some legit jumps going forward. And I mean, it's these cats, man. That live 19, boy. Yeah, that game's gonna get a lot of run this year. I can already tell you that. Shoot. Yeah, no, I am drained, man. I'm drained. I am gonna go to sleep here soon. So, but see which game mode? No, I played on Sim. Did I play live yet? Yes, Rich Boy, I did. That okay? You're running animation. You need some milk. Oh, get out of here. Yeah, shoot. Yeah, man. Oh, excuse me. So, all right, but it said don't want excessive player clipping like 17 and 18 players walking through other players' bodies, walking through the quarterback. Right. I agree with you. The presentation package wasn't fully. It was like it was partially in. That's what it looked like. It was just partially in there. It wasn't even fully in there. Like the sound is so loud in there, I couldn't hear the game like that, even with the headphones on. Try it like they had a Migos concert playing on in the background, you know what I'm saying? And that was like amplified by 10. So just think trying to hear Madden when you got Migos on stage doing their thing, or even when I was playing live, that's when I was playing Madden, and then I played some live, and it's like trying to hear what's going on while Migos is on stage doing whatever song it is they're doing, and then I'm up here trying to listen, and I couldn't even hear live. I couldn't even hear what was going on in the game because of that. So that's just letting you know there. So, okay. Now I see any new plays? No, but I'm pretty sure I gotta look for them, or I'd have to check with Clint about that. Um, But I mean, the key things that he had said was that there was a big time investment. They made a big investment in the zone defense. Of course, the real player movement was a big time investment as well. So like that's real. Those were some of the big things that were done here. You know what I'm saying? So, and I mean, it definitely shown. It definitely shown. So, and that's the other thing. I know some people may have asked about the linebacker being able to just cover all this area relatively quick and all that. No, you can't do that. Matter of fact, you can't run and you can't use turbo and steer at the same time, like legitimately steer going left to right, left right. Like no, it's gonna play like real life. You're gonna have to actually like you're gonna run more of a rounded kind of motion because you're holding that turbo. So if you want to be able to cut quicker and potentially position yourself better to possibly go for an INT or what else? Or trying to position yourself for a tackle or cover, you have to actually use the player movement. You have to actually lay off the turbo, use the analog stick so you can plant, cut, change direction a bit quicker. Otherwise, you hold down that turbo, it's going to be a rounded out run for you, as it should be, because in real life, you're not running full speed and you're able to just turn without any kind of shift or change in direction. Like you have to slow down at some point. So, so yeah, those are the big things that I got, at least at this point right now. So, what I'm going to do is, guys, I'm going to end this here. Yeah, oh yeah, that's a good point. They do all come up. The movement similar to True Step. No, it's better than True. This is way better than True Step. Way better than True Step. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, I ain't in no penthouse suite. You stupid. Um, yep, yep, no problem, man. So, no problem, DSK. So, I'm gonna get off of this now. I'll probably take me a shower, go to sleep, whatever. But I'm gonna get some rest, get up in the morning, get back up there, EA Play, see what's going on, get on the sticks with Madden as much as I can, get on the sticks with Live as much as I can, and then I'm gonna give y'all my impressions about it. You know what I'm saying? Now, maybe tomorrow I'll lead off with Live because I ain't do Live, and then I'll end it. I'll end it with Matt, and do it that way. Split it up just to be fair or something like that. So, yeah. So I appreciate all of y'all. This is why we do this. This is why we do this for you guys. We love you guys. I definitely love and appreciate and respect all of you guys just for staying up this late and hanging out with me so I could tell y'all about this. But I'm about to hang it up here, go to sleep, and like I said, I will holler at you guys tomorrow. Then talk about Madden and NBA Live impressions, you know. Definitely Madden, it will be day 2. All right. So y'all have a blessed night. I shall holla at you guys later. All right. Peace.